It starts at 3 p.m.
1,500 hours?
He said he wanted you to wear your uniform.
No. I don't have it and I can't wear it and I won't be wearing it again. It's not like he's going to know, is he?
I said I'd try.
Anyway, congratulations.
Well, it's taken us more than a while to follow this one. I know it's nothing compared to what you've been going through. But it mattered to us. It's not been easy.
I mean, it's a miracle. And it's to be celebrated. And what kind of mother would I have been anyway? Did you know, even the armour, the body armour, was designed specifically for men?
Dad said it was standard across the board. Maybe you weren't wearing it properly.
Where did you read that? On Facebook.
You never say. So we have to just say it for you. You can get better, Roisin. There's treatments. More people are talking about it. There's no prizes for sitting tough, keeping calm and carrying on. You have no idea what it was like warding off the papers. Watching the last of Dad's days whilst everything he stood for came under fire. By his own daughter.
Well, sometimes you have to make noise.
Yeah, well, we could have done something for you.
What kept me quiet? Look, I adapted the body armour as best I could. I stuck shit bits of foam rubber under the shoulder straps to lift it up, but the side panels left me exposed. It weighed more than 20 kilos, and while I was sat in those 90-degree angles forced by the military convoy seats for hours and days on end in a deadly heat like a camel, they said it was likely that it caused multiple sports herniations in my pelvis. I said, "Sir, I'm getting knocked up when I get home. I don't have a family like you guys do, what? You think he was thrilled at the idea of losing his flight sergeant? You just suck it up and drive on."
Well, you asked them.
Yeah. But he got blown up. Exploded. Bang, before I got his answer. Maybe the shock triggered it. I don't know. But the pelvic pain was intense. They insisted it wasn't a hernia. Instead, like you've read in the press, they became convinced that it was symptoms of a sexually transmitted disease. They kept asking me if I was having an affair with my commanding officer. Clearly you've been playing around. We'll keep it code red, don't worry. And we'll know more once the tests come back.
What did the test say?
That I wasn't a whore. The pain got worse. They evacuated me to a regional medical centre in Germany, where they made me walk and carry all my kit to the plane, where the nurses refused to give me the amount of medication prescribed to me for the flight.
You could have screamed, fainted or something.
No, every time it was being dismissed as female problems. If you have to repeatedly tell your superiors that you're in pain, it just proves they're thinking that women shouldn't serve.
So you stayed quiet?
Okay. I'm going to keep quiet so I don't ruin someone else's chance of doing this.
Meanwhile, writing us letters from the field.
Look, I'd lost everything. Let everyone down and I became suicidal because I literally kept being told that it was all in my head. There's only so much you can be told before you start to think you are literally going cuckoo. Then finally I decided to go private. I had no idea how to pay for it, and that's when I figured I had to speak out. They worked out what was wrong with me. Multiple small pelvic hernias caused by the ill-fitting body armour. They knew exactly how to fix it. All 8 areas of my abdominal wall. I became hormonally depleted. It caused nerve damage and vaginal atrophy. That's what my medical records show. And that prevents me from having sex and ever getting pregnant.
I am so sorry.
And I haven't even shared about that bit yet, because it may have been a bit too much. You gonna name it after Dad?
Maybe. Depends on what we get.
You're going to teach about patriotism too? Wrap it up in Union Jack and pound your chest with pride?
You did everything you could. We depend on people like you.
Nah, listen to me. I'm nothing but a weak link. A social engineering experiment. Open up the combat roles to women. Roles should be about ability and not gender, and yet here we are.
You chose to serve your country. I'd have loved to travel the world like you did.
It's not a fucking gap year.
You didn't have to hear Dad day in and day out talking about you. His heart bursting whilst looking at me like, what have you ever done?
He should have had sons.
You will never know.
We happen to be women. This is often very inconvenient. Inconvenient for the military, and now that I'm out, I'm a continuous inconvenience.
Oh, please, Rasheen.
I had to be myself, on the same level playing field. Demonstrate my masculine strength, display my confidence, suck it up in layers of uniform and downplay my female existence just so that I could be in the running to succeed. I wanted to work, Marcy. I live my daily life in the face of risk, and yeah, I didn't lose a limb and I didn't get blown up, but it's...
Oh, come home though.
Out here people don't understand why I look so militant. Why I walk in straight lines. The ingrained behaviours are at odds with my civilian life, and I've got to start again.
Come home and get to know us.
Marcy. About the eulogy. There's something more we have to say, and I want to be the one to say it.
I'll stand by you when this story comes out. I will. But not at the funeral. It's not the right time.
There's a letter, Marcy. There are letters.
From?
From Dad.
If this is about another woman back in the day, I really don't want to know.
I can't keep carrying this box of open wounds. He asked me to do this.
Asked you what?
He sent them to me. He knew I knew. He knew I knew it all, and that's why he blamed me in my leaving the military. That was the trigger. He knew that my courage was bigger than him, and I can't hold on to that alone anymore. I don't want you all looking at me like the poor relative, the inconvenient woman who couldn't hack the service life and spent the rest of her days as this barren traitor.
I really don't have any more time for this, Rasheen. I'll see you there Thursday before 3 p.m. All I ask is that you're there. For him. Wear whatever the fuck you want. I'll read the eulogy. I'll print something off the internet.
He's gay. Dad was gay. Our dad had a long drawn out love affair with a corporal while serving in Norway. They fitted the snow tracks for tanks together, so they could drive across the snow quietly, beautifully, and he fell in love. And it's all here, Marcy. You want to keep flying that flag, chanting the national anthem through birth, but I'm telling you, he would have been kicked out for being gay. They denied him, he denied himself. It's not patriotism, it's foolishness, because here we are, about to cremate our father, A man who served with loyalty and pride, and yet he was never able to live with himself the way that he truly was. And here I am. A woman without the tough body I needed to make it to the top. It's not visible. No one talks about it. I don't get invites onto talk shows, the Queen's Garden Party or the Invictus fucking Games. But I am telling you, Marcy, I'm dedicating the next wave of my life to truth. He loved us. Yeah. But he didn't love himself. He was more terrified of who he really was and what we would think of him than he was of any enemy.
Roisin, that's enough. Just... I'll see you Thursday 3 p.m.
1500 hours.